Hey guys, more reviews coming soon, but if you want to know what movies in theaters are good, I just saw Life of Pi. So I went to the theater and I asked for some water because my throat's really sore and, I wanted free water. I don't have money. So I was like, can you get me a fucking regular cup of water instead of this fucking small thing? And he's like, nope, it's company policy. You can't do that. I'm like, can I have four in a tray? He's like, yeah. And I was like, there's room for more, just put two more in there. So this is what it looked like. So we see the movie in 3D, and it starts out, and it's fucking horrendous. Worst acting ever. The character of the writer, I honestly could believe Pie's stories more than I could believe that that was a real actor. I had to look him up after. Apparently he's been in like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. I don't know who the hell he played. Apparently he was in Prometheus. I was like, what the fuck is that character's name? Anyway, this guy is, oh my god, wooden acting, horrendous, horrible. And then the initial incident happens in the story that's being explained by Pi, who's also like, acting near the beginning, gets better toward the end. So the initial incident happens, and suddenly I'm no longer almost falling asleep. I'm into it. And the movie it's so rare for a movie to start out so weak and then get better. Most of the time, it's the other way around. It has like a great opening scene. This one, the opening scene wasn't bad. Just shots of animals, whatever. Had some, good tone-setting music, but it's definitely a visual feast. I looked at all the movies in theaters, and even though there were a couple that I had some interest in seeing, I thought I want to see this one because I want to see it in theaters. The other ones I could wait until they're out on Blu-ray, and it wouldn't really make a lick of difference. But this is definitely the type of movie that you want to see in like a high quality theater with 3D. It really raised the bar for its computer generated models for animals. Apparently, around 90% of the tiger was computer generated. Shay didn't even believe me when I said that it was CG. He's like, no, it was a tiger, and then they composited it into the shot. But no, apparently 90% of it is CG. You can tell that it's computer generated in a way, but this is the first time where I know that something's computer generated and it still has a presence. I still felt threatened at points. They really give a lot of detail into uh, I guess the emotion of the tiger, the expressions, the body language. Everything was very realistic about it. But the whole story, the whole concept was very unrealistic, which was kind of the point. So it was beneficial to have Pi explaining this story, narrating. I'm fucking glad that at a decent amount there was a decent amount of the movie without him narrating, because that would have just ruined the whole fucking thing. And honestly, the first half hour, 40 minutes almost ruined the whole fucking thing for me too, because that was horrendous. It was horrendous. I was prepared to walk out. I was almost asleep. I'd been awake for so long, and I was just like, fucking kill me. It was horrible. It really made up for itself, though. Was it worth it to sit through that bullshit for a long time in order to see the rest of the movie happen? Totally worth it. It might have been eligible for making my top of 2012 list had the first part of this movie not been there. And another thing that kind of takes away from it is that they sort of left room for in interpretation of symbolism in the film until the very end of the movie, where the writer character just flat out says it. He says it to your face. He's talking to fucking M. Night Shyamalan look-alike, and he just explains it right there. He's like, so this is this, by the way, and this is this, correct? But, he's just speaking to the audience. Just in case you don't get it, it would have seemed like it would have been much more intelligent had he not just, like, blatantly said it, just in case. That would have made the movie so much better if he didn't say it, and if you let people figure it out for themselves and not just pretend as if your audience is stupid, which, they may or may not be. But overall, I enjoyed it. 7 out of 10. Very reluctantly because honestly, fucking first 40 minutes, or at least it felt like 40 minutes. I'm not sure how long it actually was. Fucking horrible! I cannot explain to you. They had this like dinner table conversation, and it's just like he's pondering about his religion as a child, and just the sheer like dialogue of his parents when they're sort of like trying to nurture his contemplation about religion is just so self-indulgent is the word I want to use. It's so self-indulgent because it's from a writer's perspective but not from a character's perspective, and it's really obvious, especially in the way that they word it, where it's like you know that line was intended for an audience and not for the characters in the room. That bugged the hell out of me. And honestly, as soon as those characters were gone from the story, as soon as there was a lot less dialogue and it became more of a story of this fucking dude on a boat with a tiger. How cool is that? You watch their relationship develop. Yeah, I know their relationship, but I definitely enjoyed it. It's worth it. See it, I guess, in 3D. That probably helped with the visual effects too. It's eye candy. A lot of it is like faux pretend artsy, but in a way that, because it's some made up bullshit story and they explain it as such, it's okay. 7 out of 10. Thank you. And for those of you wondering how my knee is doing, it's doing a lot better. I'm walking around just fine. I haven't used my crutches in a while. But now my other leg just fucking fucked up. Yeah, that's my butt. Yeah, it's hard to do this in mirror image. I tried to go to the bathroom in the theater and I wiped out. It wasn't very packed, so I didn't embarrass myself in front of a lot of people. This is sticking out a lot. I should probably ice it. Apparently, I'm a huge fucking klutz. Goodbye.